In this video, we'll be going over how to patch a hole in your drywall. Hey, what's up? I'm Mark Terry Bellini, and I'm all about building physical and digital assets for early financial freedom. So if you're interested in real estate investing or online business, be sure to like and subscribe, and you will not miss a thing. Okay, so I got this hole in the wall because I had that whole bar system in the window, these bars, and I took the bars out and been left basically these two big holes in the wall that I need to now fill. Now, there's different ways to repair drywall. There's lots of ways. You can get patches and things like that, but I actually want to stick a piece of drywall in there. Same with this one, because it's kind of a bigger hole. So I kind of like to fill it with an actual piece of drywall. And if you're going to do that, you want to make sure you know the size of your drywall. So take a tape measure and stick it in there and see how wide it is. I think standard is about a 1/2 inch. So I've got a 1/2 inch piece of drywall here. And I'm basically going to cut this to fit in that hole there. And there's a number of ways to kind of go about it. I'm going to go kind of a quick and dirty way to do it. You can measure it and get it like perfect, but I'm just going to kind of go for it here. So you want to make sure like you don't cut an exact size of this hole, because if you do that, you're going to put it in there and it's just going to fall through, and that doesn't really work very well. So you actually want to cut it a little bit bigger, and then you're going to peel off some of this paper, and so the paper is going to stick on the outside, and the solid piece will fit in that hole. And then you go over it with mud, and then that should hold it in place, and you got like kind of a solid piece of drywall in there. So basically, kind of a quick and dirty way to go about this is like you hold it up to the hole and then slide over a little bit. So that's going to be how much paper is going to be on the outside of this, right? And you want it to be on both sides. So you have that much. Now we'll probably just double it. So maybe something like that. And so you can go ahead and put a little line right there in line with it. So if you bring it back, it's like, okay, paper on this side, paper on this side. And then you can do the same for the height. So this looks about right. So I might just not even make a mark here. I might just use the paper that's on here and then go all the way over. So I'll probably just go all the way over from here. And so I can just kind of pencil that in. Doesn't have to be perfect. You know, something like that. So we're going to use basically this piece to patch this hole. And the best way to do it is to grab a razor knife, and you're going to go, there's two sides to this. There's like a lighter side, and then there's like a dark brown paper side. You can really cut it pretty much on either side, but I'm going to cut it on the brown paper side here. And to be clear, you're not actually cutting like through it. You're not trying to like saw your way through this. You're just scoring it, you know, just putting a good cut through it. And I'll kind of show you here. So put a little bit of pressure like that. Same over here. A little bit of pressure, come down like that. And make sure you put enough pressure in there. If you do it too light, this isn't going to work very well. Score it pretty well. And then from there, you can literally just snap it. So there, just snapped right out like that. Now the paper is still attached on this side. So once it's snapped, you can see like it's snapped like all the way through. And so you can just take your razor knife and kind of help cut that paper out a little bit. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Okay. Let's snap this one out. Okay. So there's kind of the square like that. And what we're going to do is we're going to take that pencil again. And now we're going to trace out kind of the actual size of this thing. We'll kind of like split the difference and kind of put like a line there, a line there, and then and we're basically going to cut score it again to get that right. And then we're gonna do the same for the width. Kind of put like a line there, something like that. And so that's gonna sit basically right in the middle. So take your razor knife again, and we're gonna basically cut all the way along here, all the way along there, and that'll get kind of like the height of it. So I'll go ahead and do that. Score it again. And then again, we're gonna snap it. But instead of cutting the other side, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna peel this drywall off. So you have this paper sticking out, right? And so that is looking right as far as the height goes. Now we just gotta get the width going here. So we will split the difference here. So it's about right there. I should be doing this side here. Okay. So if we split the difference there, we're gonna put a line there and a line there. And again, we're gonna score that all the way down. And score this side. We're gonna snap those out again, just like that. And then peel those out. So this is kind of what you get. You get like a little square drywall with some paper around the side, and the ideal situation is that sits right in there like that. So it fills the hole with this square, and then you have paper that goes in there like that. So what you want to do is when you're doing mudding a little bit, so you take mud and you put it down here first, assuming you have both of these ready. Put mud down, put mud on the paper, stick it in there, and then go over it with mud over that as well. And then when it's done, just let it dry and then sand it and maybe another coat and you should be good to go. So if you enjoy this content, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.